सो नमस्कार दोस्तों। मैं रिसेंट में लिए गए एआई इंटर्न्स के इंटरव्यू का एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने जा रहा हूँ। एंड रिजल्ट्स आर वेरी शॉकिंग। 90% कैंडिडेट फेल हो जाते हैं एंड सिर्फ 10% कैंडिडेट क्वालिफाई कर पाते हैं फाइनल राउंड और सिलेक्शन के लिए। व्हाट आई हैव सीन इज वेरी वेरी अनएक्सपेक्टेड, and that's where I thought let's create a video on that, and it might help the future aspirant for the AI interns role. And let me start from the very beginning, like what I observe basically. So when I usually start with a candidate, I ask, okay, can you explain what kind of projects you have done and what was your experience? So I found many candidates have done very amazing projects. I mean, some have even implemented end-to-end projects. I mean, converted that to product level even. Okay. So, for example, to name a few, like chatbot implementation, recommendation systems, and I mean, you name a few. Like there is no even in agentic AI also people have done a lot of good projects like lending collection management, right? So all those projects people have done. So that I mean, कहते हैं ना कि मतलब पहला इंप्रेशन सबसे अच्छा इंप्रेशन होता है. सो विद दैट माइंडसेट लाइक मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि ओह दीज स्टूडेंट्स आर वेरी ब्रिलियंट. बट दैट्स वेयर द नेक्स्ट थिंग स्टार्ट्स बेसिकली. सो व्हाट हैपेंस अब उन्होंने इतने अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं तो जानना तो बनता है ना कि मतलब उनका क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन है. सो व्हेन आई आस्क ओके explain me what are different feature set into your project. Okay. And maybe I just ask them to go through the code and I pick one particular method or function and ask them to explain. So that's where what I found. They start struggling, and then they start saying, okay, no, it is a team project, so it's fine, it's a team project. Then I ask, okay, what is your specific contribution on that? So after asking that, so I mean, after thinking few seconds, they reply, okay, maybe this particular module or this particular file they have written, they have coded basically. That's not a problem. Okay, so I ask them to open that particular file or module and then ask, okay, whatever I see the first, maybe one particular variable. Okay, so I ask, okay, what this particular variable is doing? What is the significance of this variable in this particular block of code? So of course, very few could explain, but majority of the candidate failed to even explain that one. And then at this point, even candidate realize like interview is not going good. So what they do basically, they clearly tell, okay, I have used AI tools to develop this project. So let me tell you guys, this is not a problem at all. Okay, even I also use AI tool to do my daily coding job. I mean, many person do that, right? And AI tool makes us more efficient. Our more work can be done very easily and more efficiently, right, with less time. So that's not a problem. I recommend, I say, I advise we should use AI tool to the extent we can, right? But it should not be like that. You write a prompt to AI. Okay, I need implementation for this feature set project. Okay, and then AI gives you everything, and even it tells you, okay, make a directory structure like this, copy this, copy this, copy this, and these are the line to execute. And I found candidates follow exactly same, and they are able to execute the project and get a very nice looking project, right? But the thing start from here onwards, right? That I mean, in that process, you haven't learned anything, right? Though your end result was achieved, project is running successfully, but you have not learned anything, right? So my advice here to the future interns is take AI tool help, take cloud help, take chat GPT help, take perplexity or any other tool, whatever access you have. That's not a problem. Okay. But the code, once the code base is generated, project is ready, go through all the module, go through each and individual file, go through each and individual function, what it is doing basically. Okay. And then try to kind of understand in such a way that you can explain to your friend or a non-tech guy in a very simple term. That shows like how much understanding you have gained, right? And ask cross questions, why, how, right? If a particular function is written, why it is written, what it is doing basically, right? can it be simplified? Is it over engineered? Okay, because these AI tools many times do over engineering, which unnecessarily complicate the project work. Okay, so that's where you simply start asking why, what, how, like this. Okay, and if you don't understand, just because you have taken that code from AI tool, so that particular AI tool understand that code, ask it directly. Could you please explain me this block of code, what it is doing, what this function is doing, what this variable is doing? Ask everything. Spend good enough time to understand that, right? So that way, you will understand the flow, the technology being used, okay, kind of data structure being used, everything you will understand, okay, and then try to kind of convert it to stories basically. Okay, so and most importantly, I mean, if you have done so, yeah. So till here, you have gathered understanding of these these projects. Okay, it could be. I take mainly AI interviews, so I am from AI background, but it could be. You can relate this with any other project as well. So process will be same. Okay, so now you have kind of understood that project, but even before that, when you start developing a project, you should understand what are the real world relatable use cases around that, how you can extend that to real world problem. Okay, so if you have developed such kind of understanding, then that keeps you stand out from the crowd, right? And of course, you want to be if I ask whether you want to be part of the crowd or you want to stand out, of course you want to stand out, right? So that's where what extra you do, which makes you stand out of the crowd, right? So these are the small things which makes your chance higher to clear the interviews. Okay, another thing is like again around why, how, what. Okay, so for example, in machine learning, if you have used a particular algorithm, let's say a random forest algorithm, okay, then you should know why I have used random forest algorithm, why not logistic regression, why not XGBoost, or any other, maybe why not neural networks. Okay, so these questions should be very, very clear, because these are the very basic questions interviewer asks to understand the depth of knowledge in your said project. Okay, so see, one more important thing from interns, it is not expected to have an expert kind of knowledge, but whatever you have done, interviewer expect you know majority of the things around that. Okay, I should say you should know everything around whatever you have done. Maybe in complete project, if I divide, if I say it is 100%, then even if you know 70% of the thing, 30% is still uh, being implemented, not implemented. Okay, then 70% code or 70% thing whatever you have implemented should be familiar to you. Okay, right? And then for remaining 30%, you should know the plan. Basically, what is your plan? What is the roadmap? What tech stack you are going to use? Right? So this is very important. And another important thing is like the basic fundamental, most important basic fundamental. So for example, if you are applying, you have done a project on classical machine learning. Any part of machine learning, AI or deep learning, or any sort of. Okay, so most important thing is like ultimately you are solving a problem, right? So how you are validating the performance? So what are the performance metrics? Okay, so if I talk about classical machine learning, then the performance metrics are precision, recall, F1 score, accuracy, right? So you should be very clear about these terminologies. So that's where you should be very clear on basic fundamentals around machine learning, around data science, around AI. Okay, that is very, very important. I ask many candidates, so they start simply telling the formula of precision of recall. If they could recall, if they could remember, basically, right? Then they start telling the formula. If in 100%, 60% even don't know these things. 20 to 30% they tell the formula. Only 10% or 5% crowd, they explain them. So here for nowadays formula is not important, right? You can ask ChatGPT, they will give you the formula. You can ask Google, they will give you the formula. At least that's how I perceive, and I know many interviewers they look for the same thing. Okay, so the thing is, right, ki even to get something from ChatGPT, you should know what you are expecting, right? What kind of answer. So that's where you can instruct ChatGPT. So that's where if you will tell, okay, you should know, okay, in what kind of problems we apply precision, in what kind of problems we apply accuracy or recall or F1 score, right? So that is very important. And similarly goes to like if you are working in any high-end problem in AI or chat gpt, I mean AI agentic, AI knowledge graph, or any high-end problem, right? So everywhere some or other kind of performance metrics or performance benchmarks are there, right? So you should be very clear about those performance benchmarks. That is very, very important. Okay. So if I sum up the my experience, which might help you to be in top 10%, the very first thing is, right, uh, using AI tool is not a problem, but most importantly, go through the code, invest decent amount of time understanding that code. Okay. Second most important thing, once you understand the code, convert that project use case to a simple storytelling so that you can explain the reasoning why you did this project, what are the implications, what are the real world use case, everything around that, right? Third is, right, if you have applied used a particular algorithm, particular, for example, random forest, why you have used only random forest, why not other algorithms, and what all things you have tried out to come up with this algorithm, right? So every reasoning around that. Fourth is, right, basic fundamental you should not forget, that is most important, right? The basic building block, right? So if you see, I have not told you 10, 20, 30, 15 tricks, right? These are the only five most important tricks that will make you stand out in the crowd, right? And of course, if you have some like a programming round, then of course you should be very well aware of the Python, because that is the most important. So that I assume you know. Okay. Having said that, I focused mainly around AI interns. Okay. So these are the four things most importantly which you should be taking care. And it's not tough. You can clearly be in 10% who clears the interview. Okay. So that's all from my recent experience. Okay. And if you have any doubt, and if you are appearing for any AI internship profile, let me know. If you have any doubt, or if there is any specific confusion is going on your mind and you want to clarify, I would love to discuss and I would love to clarify that. Okay. So that's all for today's video. I hope I might make some sense. So if you like that, then please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share in the within your colleagues or whoever might help